Just a reminder, the Redmi Tube series is actually separate from the K series. The K series is more comprehensive, but the Tube series is completely focused on performance and a more suitable positioning to target a wider audience. You could think of it as a volume-driven device. So, I remember this is the first time the Breakthrough series has used the max positioning, right? It has a greater advantage than the standard Breakthrough 5. Let's take a look at how the Redmi Breakthrough 5 Moon Max performs in this video. We've already talked about the appearance and design before. Its core principle is simplicity, including the auspicious cloud pattern I'm holding. The entire camera housing is very, very small, but it's all made of metal. Previously, it was decorated with a red line. This time, you could think of it as a striped design with two different reflective effects. The Redmi logo is still red, and there's also a red metal chamfer around the power button. So the overall minimalist design is actually more aggressive than before. This small bezel means you won't have to cover it with your hand while gaming. It naturally sits in a comfortable position. The frame is now made of metal with a very high-quality feel, just like flagship phones. However, the back isn't glass. It uses fiberglass. Of course, for a flagship phone like this, using fiberglass makes the overall weight lighter, only 219 grams. Why do I say only? Because the battery capacity is now 9000 mAh. We conducted a 2-hour moderate to heavy battery life test under the same conditions and standards. After testing, the battery had 93% remaining. Furthermore, this phone supports 27W reverse charging with the official C2C reverse charging cable. When using it, you can treat the Breakthrough 5 Pro Max like a power bank. Just plug it in, and it will start fast charging, right? It will then display reverse charging, just like a power bank. It also supports 100W charging. The combination of 9000 mAh, 100W, and 27W reverse charging is quite impressive. The only drawback is that it doesn't support wireless charging. Hopefully, this will be improved in the next generation. The Breakthrough 5 Pro Max uses the Dimensity 9500s processor, which is also the first phone to use this chip. There are some differences in positioning between the Dimensity 9500 and 9500s. The former features an all-C1 series architecture with a super large core clock speed of 4.21 GHz, while the latter uses an X4 plus A720 combination with a super large core clock speed of 3.73 GHz. In terms of energy efficiency, the Dimensity 9500s has a significant advantage. We also did a simple Antutu benchmark test in an indoor environment, which yielded a score of approximately 3.24 million. The score in a laboratory environment would certainly be higher, but this is just for reference. Besides the hardware improvements, the software has also undergone a complete upgrade to the performance scheduler, which is now more aggressive. It allows for more precise control over the CPU and GPU, maximizing performance. Therefore, we conducted tests using Genshin Impact and peak performance. In terms of peak speed, it still runs at 60 frames per second with the highest graphics settings, achieving a full frame rate for roaming. This advantage is obvious. In Genshin Impact, the Samurai God also achieved a full frame rate for map exploration. The Redmi 5 Max screen is also top-notch. You can see that the bezels around the screen are incredibly narrow, especially the chin, which is ridiculously narrow. It still uses the flagship M10 luminescent material, which has higher luminous efficiency and is also good for eye protection. It provides 3840 Hz hybrid dimming and can achieve a screen brightness of 3500 nits. This phone also supports 3D ultrasonic fingerprint unlocking, so there are no obvious flaws in the screen. If you really have to nitpick, it's that the resolution is 1.5K, but personally, I think 1.5K is somewhere between 2K and. In my experience, the difference isn't that significant. What do you guys think? Is a 2K screen unimportant? Leave a comment below, and I'll see your opinions. Regarding imaging, I don't think there's much to brag about with the Turbo series, but this time, I felt there were some surprises. First, the main color is quite good. It's the Light Hunter 600mm f/1.5 aperture, ensuring good overall light intake. This phone also supports both positive and negative film tones. I took some photos, and you can see the overall performance. The biggest advantage in its price range, in my opinion, is its truly powerful main camera. Another point is its performance with drinks. If you have higher requirements for photography, I think you should consider the K90 Pro Max. Its overall shooting capabilities are better than the K90 Pro Max. However, if you feel that using the main camera is enough for shooting, then the Redmi 5 Max can basically meet most of your creative needs. There are quite a few models in the same category recently, and I think the biggest advantage of the Redmi 5 Max is its performance release and its battery life. These 2 points can accurately address the pain points of many people. Another point is that Mi fans will definitely consider Xiaomi and Redmi series products first. You will definitely have many Xiaomi home appliances at home, which can also achieve better interconnection. So this phone is a machine with strong performance and great battery life prepared for Mi fans. It's that simple. Just like its design, it's very simple and straightforward. Its positioning is very precise. Now you should know the price. What do you think? Tell me in the comments section. See you in the next video.